Jason Bowman, APA, reporting once again from Alexandra Palace in London for fourth day coverage, final day coverage of the Mosconi Cup. I'm joined by Mike Pinozza, publisher, Billiards Digest. We are here to preview today's matchups. Mike, a day of reckoning has finally arrived. Who would have thought? Team USA coming in now up 9-6. I think when we started off the week, we were talking about, can they hang close? And then it was, can they really do this? And I think today the question is, one, will they do it? And if so, when?
They'll do it tonight. I would have been a lot more comfortable if they'd have won the last match last night. They could have really taken all the hope away from Team Europe. But understandably, Shane and Billy, who played Albin and Kazakis in the last match, they were just so geeked after Skyler's big win that they didn't have anything in them to play. They just weren't mentally in the game, which is a shame because at 10-5, we'd have just been waiting to see, okay, who's gonna pot the last ball. Now, a little bit of trepidation or a little bit of concern. Player for player, Europe's got a stronger team, so singles matches, they probably feel like they've got the better of a lot of these matchups.
Yeah, all singles matches tonight, all race to 5. I think we probably had predicted kind of Europe's lineup. The big question mark was how would Johan match up his players against what we kind of expected from Team Europe. So let's go through them one by one. First off, they're coming out strong. Again, they've only got a couple games to work with. Albin Ocean and yesterday's MVP, maybe the MVP of the entire event, Skyler Woodward.
Yeah, it's a bold move on Johan's part. I really thought that he was going to open with Corey Deuel, who's hasn't been the strongest player on the team, and I thought he had a game to play with, and he knew that Europe was going to have to come out strong. So you take away one of their big guys and save one of your big guys for a later match. But he's a lot smarter than I am. He's been doing this a long time. He won a lot of Mosconi Cups with Team Europe. So I'll take his thought that he's going to come out there strong with Skyler and just try to nail this down right now. It's a bold move. It'll be a tough match. Albin's been the best player for Team Europe by far. So it'll be interesting to see how that one goes. That's a huge match. If Skyler can pull that out, then it's over. If Europe wins, then the crowd gets into it, the players get into it, and all of a sudden it becomes this. The pockets are going to get pretty small.
Right. Yeah, and I think that definitely had to play into Johan's decision, knowing that the crowd was going to come in tonight. Again, we've seen it every night, very pumped up. If they happen to win that first match, now you're dealing with Jason Shaw, who is by far the crowd favorite, as we've seen here in London. He works very well with the crowd. They get really amped up when he is playing, and he's going to be going against Tyler Steyer in that second matchup.
I like the U.S. in that matchup, I just from the standpoint that Jason's 1-2. Okay, so he hasn't really dazzled everybody. Last night he was way overamped and blew a couple opportunities to finish off Skyler. I think he'll be a little more reserved today, but he's playing the unflappable American. I mean, Tyler Steyer is just not going to cave into the pressure. He's going to play his game, and if he gets a couple of breaks here and there, that's one that you might be able to steal that one.
Yeah. Looking ahead to potentially the third match, Niels Feijen and Corey Deuel.
Yeah, Niels has struggled more than I've ever seen him in the Mosconi Cup. But Corey, truthfully, has probably been the weakest American player. He played well yesterday, but just not enough to get over the finish line. He just doesn't look as confident, as run-out confident as you'd like to see in a player. So I think Europe's favored in that, but the way Niels playing certainly should give Corey a couple of opportunities.
Yeah, looking all the way down now to the fourth match, and if we get down to the fourth match, things are going to be very interesting at that point, right? Probably some nervous folks at home going to be tuning in. So we've got Catchy and we've got Billy Thorpe in that fourth match.
Yeah, my prediction is this is where the tournament ends. I'm going with Billy in this. I think if the U.S. can steal one of the first three matches, then Billy ends it in his match against Catchy.
There you go. And then in the fifth and potentially, well, I won't say final match, because if we get to a fifth match, we could see a captain's pick 6. But in the fifth match, potentially Kazakis and Shane Van Boning. Johan holding Shane all the way back to the fifth match. Curious what you think of that potential matchup.
Pretty predictable that Johan was just going to save Shane if he needed him. And at that point, you got to like his chances. I mean, he's the best player here for the U.S. and he's possibly the best player here, period. So I like his chances in there to finish it off if it goes to that point. And if he were to lose that match and it goes to a captain's pick, then I think you would probably see, depending on how they play today, you would probably see Shane against either Albin or Jason.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So, final Pinozza on the night. I know you kind of gave it away, but let's give the folks at home final score prediction from Mike Pinozza.
11-8 U.S.
11-8 U.S., folks. Again, stay tuned here to the APA Facebook page. We will have coverage coming up here in just maybe 15, 20 minutes or so before we go live here from Alexander Palace. Again, you can also join the world's largest pool league today by going to join.poolplayers.com. Buckle up, folks. It's going to be a wild night and hopefully one that we are celebrating afterwards.